What's going on, guys? It's been a little while. Tommy back here, talking sports, wearing shorts. It's been a little while since I made a video. A couple of days, couple of weeks, 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks since we made a video talking about football. Not much is happening this week. International break. I fucking hate them. I hate the international breaks. Let me know what you think about that, because I surely can't be the only body. I feel like they wreck the flow with football. You just start to get in a good rhythm with watching games, watching the Champions League, and then all of a sudden you get a fucking international break. Now, it hasn't helped that England have had all these postponements with the bloody Queen dying and passing away and whatever. So it feels like, as a Liverpool fan, that I haven't watched a game of football, at least a league game of football, for about 3 weeks. So I'm itching. I'm itching to get back. You know what I mean? It's been a while. It sucks. So, you know, we need to get back to some football. Just before we start, guys, as usual, make sure you're following all of our socials. Make sure you're following the Twitch page and the Spotify, two main socials that we got running at the moment. The Twitch streams, we streams live football, we do the football on the weekend, and we do other things in between, other sports. So make sure you're following the Twitch and the Spotify for the weekly podcast. Make sure you're following that. But now all that shit's out of the way, let's get down to the topic today, the meat and potatoes of the video, as I like to call it. Jude Bellingham. And why I don't think that Jude Bellingham's going to go to Liverpool, right? There was a massive talk about Jude Bellingham a couple of months ago. We all saw it at the start of the transfer window that Liverpool were interested. He was our main target in the midfield. That's why we haven't bought anybody else, because we want to go for Jude Bellingham. Now, I think that's true, and I don't think anything's changed in that term. I don't think anything's changed on Liverpool's side. However, I think things have changed on Bellingham's side, or at least the interest that Dortmund are willing to listen to. It's now being reported that Manchester City and Man United are willing to jump in to the Jude Bellingham race. Now, that's not surprising. Jude Bellingham is incredible. He's probably the best young midfielder in the world right now. 19 years old. Anything he can do on the pitch, he can do it all. He can defend, he can go forward. He's an engine. He's brilliant. And you know, if you're going to get someone like him in your side, that's going to make your midfield great for the next 10 years. So it's not surprising that the interest is coming. The main thing that I want to talk about, the main thing that I think is going to push Liverpool out, the main concern, is that it's now going to be a bidding war. And if anything we've seen in recent history, I've seen a track record this with Liverpool as long as I've been alive, that we've never, ever had the big funds in a bidding war. Now, people can say, oh, well, you spent 85 million on Darwin Núñez. Yeah, but we weren't in a bidding war. We weren't in a bidding war with Darwin Núñez. I can guarantee you now, if Darwin Núñez was hot property by Manchester City or Man United or someone like that, he probably would have ended up there. That's just how it goes. Liverpool usually aren't willing to get into bidding wars because we can't offer the same amount of wages as what those two massive giant clubs can. So if Man United and Man City come to the party, I would almost say it's done for Liverpool. I really would. The only way Bellingham ends up at Liverpool is if he's already sort of made a handshake agreement, a verbal agreement, saying that he's going to go there next year. I don't think that that's true. And still, at the end of the day, if Manchester City come up to Dortmund and say, hey, we'll give you 130, because apparently that's being reported, 131 million is what Borussia Dortmund want. If Man City say, yeah, we'll pay it, then Dortmund are going to agree to that fee. They don't give a fuck if it's Liverpool or not. So this is a really interesting scenario for Liverpool, because if Bellingham is their top target, and that's who we want, and we're not going to go buy any other player because that's who we want. We've identified Bellingham. Klopp sort of like this. He identifies players and he goes and buys them. He doesn't really change. Van Dijk was one. Alisson was one. Fabinho. He had a clear vision and then he spends the money. Same with Darwin Núñez. He obviously wanted Darwin Núñez, so he's willing to spend. My point is, if we don't get him, and I'm going to lean more to the side that we don't, because obviously I like the links with Liverpool. And I think that we are interested, but I just don't think if Liverpool get into a bidding war with other clubs, it's going to happen. I've seen enough in the history of Liverpool. It won't happen. We don't have the funds to push, and then we won't have the wage to give him. If Manchester City or Man United can double the wage, he'll go. I just could see that happening. So it's a really, really interesting time, because then it's like, well, if Liverpool have spent the last 2 years wanting Jude Bellingham, and then they don't get him, who do you go get? Obviously, they have to have some backup plan in place, because you can't just have all your chips set on Bellingham, and then if it doesn't work out, go, oh, well, who do we get now? I don't know what to do. Surely they're not that dumb. Surely they can figure out they've got to have something else in place, because he might not end up coming to us. And like I said, at the start, I liked the rumours. I did like the links. I thought that there were some credible links there. I thought there was something in it, especially with just some of the more credible people, the credible journos that you do listen to. I thought there was something going on there. But now not with the interest of these two other clubs, because Man United apparently have made contact with Borussia Dortmund just on talking terms. They're obviously throwing their hat in there, and they've got a bigger budget than us, and so do Manchester City. So I think this might not happen, guys. I think that we've got to realise and accept the fact that maybe he's just not going to be in our capacity to buy him, which hurts me because he's one midfielder I look at and go, that's a great Jordan Henderson replacement. That's a brilliant James Milner replacement. You just go get him, add him to the pile with Fabinho, Thiago, Harvey Elliott, Carvalho. That's beautiful. And then maybe you go get another midfielder just to fill in, you know what I mean? Maybe another 15, 20 million player that can be a squad role player. But I don't think that's going to happen now. I really don't. I think we might miss out on him. I'm hoping I'm wrong, and I'm hoping to be proved wrong. I hope he's made some sort of deal with Liverpool already. But look, guys, I've seen this enough in my lifetime. These things don't usually happen for us. So that's what I reckon, guys. Let me know what you think. Comments below. Make sure you get involved in this video. What do you reckon? Do you reckon Jude Bellingham's going to sign for Liverpool, or do you reckon he's going to turf off to the Manx? Either one of them, the blue or the red, it doesn't matter. Is he going to fucking Manchester? I don't know. I'm gonna lean more to that he will. I think Man United have turned a little bit of a corner in terms of their pulling power now. You know, Solskjaer's fucked off. Ten Hag's got a little bit of a reputation, and they might seem like a bit more of an attractive option nowadays. Man City's Man City, whatever. They got fucking oil coming out of their arsehole. So it just doesn't seem like it's going to work. I hope to be proven wrong, like I said, but let me know what you think. As usual, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. As I said at the start of the video, make sure you're checking out the Twitch and the Spotify. Live streaming on Twitch every single week with football, and going to be getting some FIFA streams in there now. That's what we're going to get up to. It's going for the new drop. It's going to be a pretty cool FIFA stream. So make sure you're getting involved in that if you like the FIFA, if you like the gaming, even if you just like watching us talk about football. We do that on the live stream. So make sure you're checking out Twitch and the Spotify, weekly updates on the Spotify. So anyway, guys, as usual, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one, hopefully not in 2 weeks' time. Anyway, adios, guys.